Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. We're outside the Cathedral of Flesh. About to delve inside and see what's what. Vukodlak is up and about. Last episode we saw him pop the top of his sarcophagus. That's now unlocked. I did some shopping before started the episode. I didn't want to bore everyone to death. There was a lot of inventory stuff going on in this series, so I thought I'd spare you the trouble of that. Got some rockets for the rocket launcher that Wilhelm picked up. Everybody got SWAT helmets except for Samuel. I decided to give him a crow since his beanie ruins the aesthetic of the helmet anyway. Lily doesn't look too brilliant with her helmet, but you know what? I think Wilhelm's the only one who looks semi-decent with it on. Christof looks okay, I suppose. Bought some phosphorus grenades and some waxen poeticas, probably my favourite item in the game, despite what happened outside the Tower of London in a previous episode. Anyway, enough. Let's get down there and see what's going on. So here we are in the Cathedral of Flesh level 1. From what I remember of this dungeon, it's mostly Tzimisce and their servitors. Yeah. I think we're about as prepared for this as we can be. Cool. Yeah, we're doing some pretty impressive damage now. Right, my disciplines, I didn't change Christof's disciplines, which I meant to. Coins. Right, disciplines. So this is basically what I'm going to have Christof using. Find, Implode, Phantom. I'm not a massive fan of, even though he decides to use it by himself every now and again, which is annoying, but okay. Repel. Can't remember what Shadow Play does. Suffocate and paralyze me. Yeah. That wasn't particularly helpful. Excuse me. Yeah, the Black Metamorphosis. I mean, it was impressive to look at, but I don't recall it doing anything massively helpful. Flame Ring we'll use because why not? And I don't know, Celerity because it's always fun to go fast. Got a Tome of Animalism there. Give it to Lily, why not? SMG, don't need. Diamond Necklace we'll take. A couple of the guys don't actually have can't speak. Those things, neck guards. So give them some jewellery. Pretty much everybody now has got a discipline bracelet. In fact, I think everyone has. Yeah. And Christof and Lily have both got Serenity Rings as well, which decreases frenzy rating. Always good. Give her another ring. Cool. So just going to run through this one, clear the levels as always, and try and find Monsieur Vukodlak. Oh Jesus, that's a big thing. Right, let's try using a waxing pesca. Boom. Remember the boss that we fought in Masquerade Castle wasn't hard. That one was no different. Do you know what I've just actually thought? There isn't any difficulty setting, is there? There's sound, display, which I don't need, controls. Oh, that would have been helpful to use. Discovering all these options in the menu, which I probably should have noticed earlier, but never mind. I'll expand all of that. Yeah, if I wanted to limit the AI to using the disciplines that I want them to use, I could have specified them in the discipline hotbar and then limited them to those ones, basically. Ah well. They're ugly buggers, these Tzimisce. They're stable. I believe that Schlachter and that Tzimisce belong to us. What is happening around the corner? You just chill out. Did we? There were some boxes in the room that the boss didn't work, wasn't there? Never mind. Can always go back. I mean, I've kind of got everything that. Oh, we've got a war ghoul on our side as well. Helpful. Yeah, we've pretty much got everything we need, but we'll keep some. We'll keep looting some stuff. I keep getting distracted by trying to think 2 or 3 moves ahead of what I'm actually doing. Just need to live in the moment. Alright. Yeah, we did open the box. There was an SMG in it. I'm losing my mind. I'm either not caffeinated enough or I'm over caffeinated. Okay. Bells ringing out in the background. That's obviously the way down. So we've taken care of all the enemies, it looks like. This timer's ticking. Oh, I've just left. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, changed my mind. Don't like the look of this place, so we're going. No. Onwards we must press. Which way was it though? There we are. Cathedral bowels. So that's obviously the way back up from the very bottom. Here we go. This all looks very disgusting. But that's what the Tzimisce are known for, their flesh crafting. We've got another war ghoul. Take as many of those as we can. Yeah, they craft the flesh and the bones of people and things. Oh, there's Labusa. Spied her out of the corner of my eye. Take care of these and have a word, see what she has to say for herself. She fell out of favour. Well, she was kind of replaced by Nezka as head crazy person. What's going on, Labusa? Not looking so great.
The master has awoken! Death comes to you all!
Oh, really? Is that it? Is that all you have to say for yourself? See, it's a shame. This gives a map of New York, but you don't get any sort. I don't believe you get a map of the individual dungeons that you go into, which kind of sucks, but they're not overly complicated. I mean, I think a lot of the difficulty that I'm having navigating these is my own inability. It's got very little to do with the complexity of the map itself. Oh, we've got some death hounds, demon hounds, sorry.
The abyss with thee.
No problem.
The abyss with thee.
Thanks everybody else. showing up. Better late than never. Where's Wilhelm? Come on, Wilhelm. There's fighting to be done. Okay. Are you?
Attend me.
Get over here. Fine, stand there. Be an absolute tool. That Schlachter's got a baseball bat. No, not anymore. Little thingies on the ground. It's all very... It's like half cathedral, half biomatter on the wall. It reminds me of the derelict ship in Alien. Kind of walking through the corridors of it, and it's all very much like... It's a construct, but it's a biological construct. Boss incoming. Oh, that's what I didn't want to happen. Is he dead? Oh god, no, he's not even dead. He will be soon, though. He is now. Nope. He survived having his head bitten off twice. Why is everybody just being really... I'm not attacking? Right, Christof, you deserve a medal for the amount of times that horse put you in its mouth. It's just disturbing. It's going to be one of those bloody episodes where nobody does as they're told. Right, everybody just stand here for a sec.
I do.
I'm not going.
You, stop being a useless git. I know you've been out of the proverbial loop for a while, but you need to get your bloody arse in gear. Just because you joined the Sabbat. Keep hold of everything that we're... maybe it's the amount of the amount of enslaved beings that were sort of trailing along behind us.
On my way.
I'll be right.
Follow my lead. Return to me.
Right, everybody seems to be behaving themselves now. Scroll of Awaken, I'll take it. What's in here? Flamethrower, we have one. Diamond bracelet. Give one of those to Lily. Silver watch. Samuel, maybe. It's pointless on Samuel because he can't have any appearance anyway. And diamond ring. Lily. Let's turn appearance. Just keep it anyway. Thrower, don't need. Cool. Right, let's be on our way. Now, there is a part of this dungeon where you... Ah, okay, yeah, I think... So this is Vukodlak up ahead. And there's an Eska stood next to him. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a quick save here. Because, you know, the way to do things. Game save. So it says clear this level of enemies. That suggests that I don't think you fight Vukodlak here.
Christof. I bid you welcome to my domain. It is fitting that you should be here now, at the beginning of the new age, as you were at the end of the last era.
I shall cause thy fall now, as I did then.
Ah, but then was I not yet arisen. Your untimely intervention set me back nearly a millennium. But I am nothing if not patience. And now, I am omnipotent.
Nay, for we have denied thee Orsi's statue for thy ritual.
I'll live.
We shall stop thee.
It's over, Christof. I have already risen, with power enough to consume even antediluvians.
No!
But I must extend my gratitude to you, Christof. My former vessel, Libosa, lacked a certain purity. But Inesca, her virtue bubbles up from so rich a spring that I have been endlessly supplied with purity to defile. I would never have found her without your assistance. You sent her to me, and she has been so loyal and willing a servant to me over these long eons. I shall now embrace her, and she will rule with me over the cattle of humanity for all time.
No!
Nay, Inesca is not thine. She serves thee not. She sent a summons to awaken me from torpor.
Is this true, Inesca?
Dear master, please allow me to split Christof's joints and fleshcraft his bones into a throne for thy glory.
Jesus.
Monster!
Talk about a harsh way
I'll
to be
destroy thee.
I have a better
cast off by your ex-girlfriend.
Serve me.
I know thou art wicked, but I never thought thee a fool.
Serve me. You don't really have any love for the Antediluvians, do you? The day of Gehenna is coming, and they intend to consume you, and Wilhelm, and Lily, and all other vampires.
Didn't mention Samuel there at all.
And that, I will give you eternity, life everlasting. We will greet the awakening grandsires with another flood, a deluge of their own blood.
One antediluvian is no better than 13. I cannot entrust such power unto any, let alone thee.
Then suppose I gave you your beloved Inesca as well.
What?
Consider this. Even if you could destroy me, which you cannot, you would destroy her as well. Remember, she is my ghoul, and after all these centuries, she is utterly dependent on my blood. If I die, she shatters into thousand-year-old dust. But serve me, and I'll give her to you. What say you?
Nay, I shall fight thee to stop thy mad scheme, even at the cost of my life.
Okay, so we do fight him here. Take down his elementals. Kick his ass. What disciplines we got? Bind. Let's try bind on him. There we go. That'll do.
To the abyss with thee.
Implored. Try one of them. Sam hasn't got anything. We'll try repel if he ever gets out of his bind. That bind's pretty damn good, actually. Try one of these. Go on. Poof. Off you go.
Fool? You have no hope of winning.
Oh, I don't know. I think we were doing pretty damn well.
Beyond hope.
You waste my time. I have no more patience for you. Your skin and bones will add to the walls of my cathedral of flesh.
Whee! Oof. Ouch. Right, so he's dropped us down a giant big sphincter in the floor. Just to fight some more of his pathetic creations. Let's take them out. Oop. I think I hurt its feelings calling it pathetic.
To the abyss.
I love those Schlechter with baseball bats. Poor doggies. Right, that's all the enemies killed. Ah, right. So this level is what I briefly mentioned before. I don't think I made much sense when I was talking about it though. This corridor, in each of these alcoves...
I am the wall of memory.
Yeah, okay.
I contain the secret thoughts of Ineska.
So let's speak to... do left to right each alcove.
I am damned. In the holy orders, I once dreamed of the eternity of bliss that would be mine for my devotion to the Lord. Eternity is now mine, but not bliss. I shall live as long as a voivod, or as long as a voivod is pleased with me, or as long as a voivod is pleased to defile me. Heavenly bliss is not to be my lot, only empty torment. Yet still I dare to hope. Still I live.
Oh, Ineska.
Brutal. I hate that noise.
I have lived for 50 years. All I loved are dead and gone. My beloved Christof has perished in the fall of Vukodlak. His sacrifice has preserved innocence in the world, and so I rejoice. But my suffering grows with each passing night. The voivod takes great delight in seeing me rise with fresh hope, for it means he may once again drag me down. Should I surrender all hope and break as the busa is broken, his pleasure would be at an end. Yet I will not abandon my hope, even though such hope fills his empty heart with glee, as it fills mine with pain.
I cannot bear it.
It's all your fault, Chris.
For more than 200 years, I have suffered every possible form of humiliation and defilement. I have fallen from the chaste and inviolate woman I once was, yet I have borne it all with hope in my heart. But now, I am sinking into the murky depths, and the last whisper of hope in me is fading like the final bubbles of breath from a drowning woman. As we grow close to the day of his resurrection, Vukodlak has found the only defilement I cannot bear. He has decreed that I inflict defilement on others by binding innocent men and women into the walls of his accursed cathedral of flesh. His power compels me, and I cannot resist a direct command. I can endure my own degradation, but I cannot abide to befoul others. I fear I shall shatter like glass.
My poor, poor Ineska. This is my doing. Every humiliation she suffers is on my head.
Christof, you can't blame yourself for the choices she made.
Silence.
Silence.
The choices she made. Ugh.
It is 2 centuries and a half after Vukodlak took me, and his resurrection draws nigh. He now demands that I surrender the final shreds of my honor and perform evil acts of my own volition. I cannot defy my master's command that I defile others, and when I resist him, my poor body carries out his tasks against my will, like a puppet. He's driving me mad. So I must change. Rather than resist the evil I am compelled to do, I now embrace it and perform my tasks with zeal. The master favors me, and as I embrace his evil, he gives me greater power. I have been Lebusa's equal since my arrival. Now shall I take over her duties, gladly trading the final measure of my innocence for control over the voivod's worldly affairs. 'Tis the only way.
Oh no! She gave up! I'm so sorry, Christof.
You kind of missed the point there, Lily.
Christof, are you okay?
I mourn for her soul.
But she's smart, you see, because she decided, well, I'll take control of the situation the only way that I can.
I have now lived more than 300 years past my natural lifespan. I have committed atrocities beyond all imagining, but my plan has succeeded. Though Vukodlak has extraordinary power, his exile from the world makes him weak. He must act through Lebusa, who wields great power within our haven. But in just a few years I have usurped all of Lebusa's power and left her a wretched outcast in the cathedral of flesh she helped build. Long ago the Voyevod stripped her of her soul and gave her power in exchange. Now that I have taken away that power, she is a pitiable creature indeed. She has no place here, yet she cannot leave. I would lament her fate, but I have no tears to shed, even for myself, for Resurrection Day draws nigh.
Ugh, that gives me the creeps. This is supposed to be the purest woman in the world?
Lily?
Yeah.
I think you should really zip it.
I'm only trying to help Christof get over...
Zip it!
You're right. Christof, I'm so sorry. You must be feeling awful. I wish I could...
My feelings be damned. Tonight, we slaughter every denizen of this foul place, or die in the attempt.
And you stop talking. You're being absolutely no help whatsoever. Shut up.
On the eve of his resurrection, Vukodlak bade us slaughter the Premisel leaders, even as they began the ritual that would raise him from torpor. I have learned well the lessons of corruption, for I have turned my hand to the corruption of the Voyevod's resurrection. In the guise of offering wise counsel to Vukodlak, I poison his heart against those who could speed his resurrection. I accuse the faithful of disloyalty. I accuse the powerful of dangerous ambition. I praise the weak and ineffectual, like the merchant toad Orsi, as obedient servants. Vukodlak's fear of losing power is far greater than his hope of gaining new power, and so he believes every doubt I whisper in his ear. And so he crushed his own resurrection.
Wow. She sacrificed her innocence to stop Vukodlak.
Because she's awesome.
Vukodlak's rage is implacable. His resurrection has failed so often that he blames all the Tzimisce of Europe. He desires to move our entire cathedral of flesh to the new world where we may begin again. This vast undertaking will involve many shipments of native soil. I am well pleased, for this foolish migration shall take at least a century and further postpone his resurrection. Alas, I fear I can no longer prevent the Voyevod's awakening. Lord Vukodlak has gained great power from the fear and apprehension afoot in the world on the eve of the new millennium. These fears feed him, and despite my greatest efforts, his resurrection is now inescapable. There are none who can help me. I can only hope against hope for the return of the one man Vukodlak fears. I pray that God restores Christof.
And he did, or you did. Someone did. Here's Lebusa again. What else is in this area? Nothing. Hello again.
Come with me quickly. I can help you.
Why should I enter thy trap, servant of the Fiend?
Please, for Aneska. She says that if you would have hope even when your cause is lost, you should follow me.
Yep.
I go, but I go with my sword at thy back.
Go now. There is little time. Destroy him and topple this vile cathedral. Now, my dark love. I give you thanks for allowing me to serve you all these years, watching over your sweetly cruel visage in torpor. My defilement is complete.
That's the end of her story. So I'm assuming Vukodlak's death would also mean she would die as well, given that she's actually been a ghoul for longer than Aneska. shotgun, get out. Don't want any of them. Oh, there's another rocket launcher. Don't need it because we've got the one that Wilhelm's got. I've only got 3 extra lots of rounds. So to be honest with you, when we come up against Vukodlak again, I plan to just equip Wilhelm with his rocket launcher, and I'll probably equip my assault rifle at that point. In fact, I'll do that now. Equip my assault rifle. You can equip that. And chuck another waxen poetica into the mix. Right. Here it is.
My hosts. Impressive, young Crusader. You have earned something few have seen. Your final vision shall be that of my true form. Watch as I reveal the absolute power of the Voivod!
These giant gargoyle thing. Right, just fire everything you've got. Launch grenades. Nades loose. Fire in the hole. Get rid of them. Don't do that. Everybody else, just attack while I lead him on a merry dance.
Let's loose thy wrath.
Oops, sorry. Are you stuck? I think I can probably use a waxen poetica. Oh, Lily's in a bad way. Get out of there. Ah, you can't. You're stuck. Right. Revive that plan. Chuck a phosphorus grenade. Oops. Hit myself with that. Right, Lily. Off you get. Why is nobody attacking? Oh, everyone's out of ammo, that's why. Give him flamethrower. Some ammo, maybe. Try bind to see if that works. It actually does. Well, that's going to make things definitely a lot easier. Lily, take this and some of that. Wilhelm, what are you doing? Oh, using that. You need to... Get Lily back up again, and get you back up again, and get you back up again. Try to bind again. It's really loud. Waxen poetica. Phosphorus grenades. Have that. Have that. We've got some more of those. Hey, there we go.
Go to her, Christof.
Now that the Fiend is no more, my unnatural power dissolves. I fear for my soul after my defilement, after all that I have done. But I rejoice that my last sight shall be thee. I only pray that one day I may attain thy forgiveness.
I grant all forgiveness, though thou art blameless and pure in mine eyes.
Then death finds me in joy and rapture.
Aneska, my accursed soul trembles to utter these selfish, blasphemous words. But thou need not die if thou wouldst endure.
Thou would still have me, Christof? I scarcely dared hope.
Thy love has redeemed me across 1,000 years. I would that I could offer salvation in return, but I have none to give, only damnation.
Damnation with thee would be sweet as salvation. Let thy love cast me down and raise me up forever. Take me, my love.
Yeah, that's that. I don't quite know what my quest is now, because we've kind of done everything. That's basically the end of the game. I guess we can leave the cathedral. Let's be nice and wake bloody Samuel up. Come on. Right, if we go out the way we came in. Is it that way? But yeah, that's it as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's anything else to do. We'll try and get out of here and see if there's any extra bits and pieces. But no, I honestly think that's it. And I'm stuck in here. I can't remember how to get out. Damn it. There's going to be a bunch of enemies respawning in a sec. I managed to accidentally leave the bloody cathedral last time. Well, that's the... Yeah, that was the credit music playing in the background. Yeah, well, that's it. We have done that. So, a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, we got the good ending. There is an evil ending as well, where if you don't have a lot of humanity points left, I think if it's like, I don't know how low it has to be, but it's got to be pretty low. You end up feasting on Vukodlak and absorbing his power as well. But that was the good ending. That was the actual redemption ending. So, yeah. Well, that's it. That's the end of Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. It's been a journey. Oh, God. Now everyone's just running rampant.
Stand thy ground.
Let's stop that. Yeah, so that's it from Samuel, Lily, Wilhelm, and those two. It's like the disgusting version of R2-D2 and C-3PO. Yeah. Thank you for watching, if you did watch all the way through. And I'll try and think of something equally interesting to play for the next series. So for now, cheers very much, and I will see you next time.